Well, interestingly, a year ago at this time, we warned that we thought 2012 was going to be a very difficult year because it was obvious that the economies of the world were quite weak. And somehow aviation is very correlated with the world economy. Business travel, people having money to travel is all sort of economy related. Cargo, of course, also economy related. At the same time, it seemed like fuel might be staying at very high levels. And normally, you would get fuel following the world economy. But in the last year, revenues were low, fuel was high. That's a very difficult combination for most airlines to manage.
But you have fuel hedging strategies, so is this a matter of improving your strategies to try to account for the volatility of fuel prices?
Fuel hedging can kind of iron out some of the volatility, but it's very difficult for it to lock in a fuel price 25% below where you are now. And I don't really know anybody who's successfully done that. For the last 2 years, we've recorded profits in fuel hedging, and again, it helps us a bit, but nowhere near enough.
And cargo was also a big issue for you. It was down more than 5% last year. Why was that, and how are you going to try to improve that going forward?
I mean, cargo very much follows the world economy, and certainly when it's soft, cargo is soft. We've certainly seen that for almost the last 18 months now. What do? Well, the most important thing is to match supply with demand. So we took capacity out of the markets that weren't doing very well, tried to put capacity in the markets so we're doing better. And certainly we're moving towards a new fleet. We're one of the early customers for the 747-8 freighter. Brand new machine, very efficient wing and engines, doing fine with that. But overall, the business is still difficult for cargo.
But also for cargo, you've got competition as well. You've got the Middle Eastern airlines, you've got competition in North Asia as well. Are they doing something better that's eating into your cargo share?
I don't think so. I think you would find that everybody had a very difficult year last year in cargo. I think we did better in some areas, worse in others, but I think everybody had a pretty hard time.
And the aviation is an industry with very, very thin margins.
It is.
And we see what a struggle it's been for many airlines. Looking forward, what are you going to do differently to try to just maximize what you can in order to get better margins?
Well, top line, bottom line. I mean, on the top line, you need to do everything you can to attract customers, deliver value so they're willing to pay for it. For us, that's new business class seats, which were ranked the world's best in Skytrax. Premium economy, which we launched a year ago. It's on most of our long-haul flights now. New destinations, better timings and frequencies. On the bottom line, it's all about cost control. A large part of that is maybe some fuel hedging, maybe having the most fuel-efficient fleet, because ultimately, the cheapest fuel is the fuel that you don't burn. And we're in the middle of a big fleet renewal now. We're taking a bunch of new 777-300ERs. We're phasing out our older 747-400s. Great airplanes, but very fuel inefficient now. So work on the top line and the bottom line. Hard work, but we're going to do it.